my God. Greta's here today. All right, Greta. I know it's almost your bedtime, you poor thing. Oh, good morning. You still doing good? Catching up, showing beautiful pictures of Vietnam. Those sunsets were amazing. All right, the internet was a bit spotty this morning. Was slow to connect, so hopefully we will be okay. I was a bad girl, went to bed really late again. You know, the doctor said that. She's like, "Are you sleeping enough?" I'm like, "Nah, that's never been something I sleep at myself. I do not sleep enough." But I took a nap sitting up on the sofa yesterday. You know, it's funny. I sit there and I wake up and I'm like, "Oh, I took a nap." Have you ever taken a nap sitting up? I'm starting to do these weird things. I'm like, "Oh, okay." Good morning. Let's welcome the week with gratitude. And, you know, I say the same thing all the time, but remember when I'm saying these things to you, I'm saying them to me, right? All right, let's, oh, stop it. Some, some ankle stretches. Very good. Because you want your legs to be strong. You know, I went through a little phase a little while ago where I'm walking to the metro and I'm feeling unusually tired. Usually, when that happens, it's because my blood pressure is a bit low. Or sometimes in the morning, I wake up and my blood sugar is low. Things happen to you as you get old. I'm telling you. Things for no reason happen to me. All right. Let's go from one side to the other. Oh, yes. Remember, today's all about stretching, Greta. I'm so happy to see you, that you're here. Oh, yes. So now you need to do some yoga at the beach, Greta. Get up in the morning, go sit there in your moment and meditate and breathe in and out. You know, even if you do some just regular breath work, that will be good. All right, let's bring the chest in. Chest. And that's also stretching your sides, right? Yes. All right, let's open the legs. Your power stance. Let's go from side to side. Easy does it. Breathe. Uh-huh. Wake up the inner thighs and nice with the knees. This is very gentle on the knees. So you want to do that if you have any knee issues, because you're not doing it too hard. It's very nice and easy. All right. Whew. Ooh, I just felt like doing this for my shoulder blades. Just touching and bring it in. Breathe. Squeeze the shoulder blades. You know, there's a mall here where they do neck massages. I've been saying I'm gonna do one. And squeeze. Oh, so good. Now let's inhale. Inhale, inhale, and go all the way up, arms up. Somebody's pulling you from the sky, and you look up and you say, "Thank you for life, for breath." For whatever reason, we got this today. And it's a blessing, right? Breathe. Breathe, 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 breathe. Oh, and then bring it down slowly. And you know, it's going to be our first go down. Easy does it. Protect your back because your knees are straight. Slowly go. Oh. And just let your head hang. And bring your palm to the floor. You may have to open your leg just a tap. And let your head hang. So good. So good. All right, let's come up. But to come up, you have to bend your knees, okay? So you don't put, you can go down with your legs straight, but coming back up, you have to bend your knees slightly, right? Again, inhale. Oh, and straight ahead, stretch. Consciously stretch. You're doing opposite stretch. Your legs are down, planted, but your arms are just trying to reach to the sky. Stretch it. You're stretching your whole body with this one. This is the same one we do on the ground, right? All right. Arms out. Now, hand on the hips and go halfway. Halfway, and then pull your body forward. Consciously pull your chest, your chin. Oh, yeah. And straighten up. Breathe. Breath work. Down. Halfway. Pull your body forward. Pull it. Because when you do that, you still even feel it in your legs. Pull. Breathe. And up. Now, this is the strength in your legs, in your hips that will bring you forward. Okay? All right, let's do it again. Breathe. Halfway. Now move consciously to the front. Breathe. All right. Now let's put both palms on the ground and push the booty back. Push. Short little pulses backwards. Yes. Now walk your hands up until you can get on your toes, like so. I'm going to go one more. On the toes. Up, 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 up. Stretch all 5 toes and down. Bring the heels down. Now that one stretches your calves. You feel that? Keep breathing. And up. Stretch the toes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Oh. And then down. You got to try to bring your heel to the ground. That's when you get the best stretch in the legs, the calves. Breathe. And the last one, up. And with that one, bring your arms up and bring the whole body down, forward and down. Oh, feel it, feel it. Feel it. Oh, and then back. Stretch again. Stretch. Let's do one more. Move your hand up a little bit and bring the body forward and down. And hold it. Now this is strength because depending on how big your booty is, it might weigh you down. Well, I don't have one, so back. I guess it's the only time I say I'm grateful I don't have a booty. Because when God was giving that out, I must have been absent. Breathe. Oh my goodness. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. Yeah. All right, now bend your knees and we're going to squat. You know, squatting is good. And sit right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, didn't that feel good? Whew. That was great. You see, you got to take time to stretch because it makes you more flexible. And the more you do it, the more flexible you are. Miss Greta. Yes, you're going to be doing the yoga on the beach? Yes, that's good. All right, let's do something a little different today. Turn to the side, to the side, to the side, and bring your leg. You know, we do that in the front. We're just doing it on the side today. Really good. And then up on the toes and down. Up and down. Up and down. Now we're going to bring the arms up with it. And up and down. Up. This is good for balance. Breathe. Up and down. Up and down. Now see, this is a concentrated move. You probably think you're wasting your time, but you're not. You're focusing on your core. Yes, up. And it's so great for the leg. The back leg is getting a workout. And up and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And down. Ooh. Did your leg like that one? Mine did. Breathe. And then you feel like a little bit, your heart is thanking you too, right? We're going to do it on the other side. The sun is shining and it is hot. It is hot. So early in the morning. You can't even sit out here and have a cup of coffee. No way. And the plant, thank God it's only lasts a few hours a day. I had to move some plants because the sun comes this way. So Marjorie's getting all the love. All right. Whew. This one is balancing, remember that. Stretch it. Stretch the legs. Stretch forward. And you see my knee? You never let your knee go way down here, up here. That would be hyperextending your knee, which you don't want to do. And then up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. We're giving the ankles a workout today. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. And then up and up with the arms. We're on our toes. And then we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When you focus on a group of muscles, they burn calories. When you kind of hold them tight together, yes, they do. Buenos dias. Who else is here? Only Greta is saying good morning, but I see some other ones. I know Crystal came for a while. I don't know if she's back. She might be traveling again. All right, guys. That was good. So that means it's almost like a version of Warrior 2. All right? So we're going to be doing some stuff on the ground today because, we have to plank. And then we'll do some stretching. All right? Because this is what this is all about today. It's Monday. All right? Now let's stretch our arms because it's not as easy to stretch the arms when you're down on the floor. So let's stretch it. Stretch the shoulders. Ooh. You see, when you put your neck with the arms, you get a nice stretch on this side. Yes? So good. Woo. And then the other side. And we stretch the neck. Uh-huh. Breathe. Breathe. Very good. Bring the legs up. And let's just stretch. Try to look backwards. If you can see your booty, you're doing good. And center. And back. Yes. And you know how I say if you just do some exercise by just lifting both arms up, let's go down. Do a little bit of a squat and bring your arms up and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up. So we're gonna be doing like 8 of these, up, and then slowly, gonna come up with the arms down. All right? Let's go up, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and up, 2, 3, hold, up, down, 2, 3, down, up, 1, 2, 3, hold, and down, 2, 3, again, up, 2, 3, hold, and 2, 3, 2 more, up, 2, 3, hold, and up, 2, 3, last one, up, 2, 3, hold it, feel the legs, feel the burn, and up, 2, 3, woo! That was a good one, wasn't it? I love it. All right. I think our body is all warmed up, but I've been doing putting my mat sideways, because this sister says I was showing up, I guess, some stuff. She said, put it sideways so you're not facing the camera. I'm like, yes, ma'am. Okay. I am dressed, but if our mind goes there, all right, let's stretch. Move forward. Woo. That is a nice quad stretch. The front of the legs. You're stretching it, moving it forward. And then you go back and stretch the front leg, but you're also stretching your back. Yes. Oh, I feel it. So good. Let's do one more. Do it twice on each side. Forward. Oh, you feel that? This is why you keep working on your flexibility, because that's what Pilates does, right? Ooh. Oh. So good. Let's change. Bring our leg forward and stretch it. Stretch that quad and the joint. Breathe and then stretch the leg forward. Yes. Feel the stretch and the hip joint and your back. Everything has a purpose. Every move has a purpose, right? And the last one, forward, stretch, breathe, breathe it, and then stretch, stretch, ooh, stretch it, look at that, stretch it, so good. All right, let me see, I don't remember if we are doing low plank today or high plank. I think we do low plank. Find your stopwatch. Did we do low last week? I don't remember. All right, you ready? We're going to do, let's just stretch one more time. And stretch. I never get enough. Yes, okay. So now, well, let's go low plank, okay? Get it under our elbows. And we start, here we go. Low plank. Breathe. Holding everything in tight. Thirty seconds. $50 seconds. And 1 minute, we go come up on the toes. Breathe. 15 seconds to go. $30 seconds. All right. So we did our plank for 90 seconds. If you can only do 10 seconds, that's okay. Because you're just getting started, just keep up with it. Keep up with it. All right. Move one arm to the side. Deepen the stretch. Because your arm just worked hard. So you got to thank him by stretching them. The next time they'll do better for you. And a stretch. Forward. You stretch the tummy, the hips. Very good. And again, open the knees. And stretch. Yes. This is a super stretch. Woo! Great. Move the arms forward. Move them. So you're going to stretch the shoulders, the back, the hips. Oh, yeah. Let's do one more because it's so good. Mondays for stretching. So that's what we're doing, right? And when you're doing it, you by yourself at home, just do a few of those. You'll thank me later. If you can put your forehead on the ground, that's good. And that should be a goal for you to do that. So I think we're nice and stretched. So let's work on our legs a little bit. Because when you do slow movement or you stretch, you're reshaping the fibers. You reshape the muscles, right? Muscles are made of fibers. This is where I'm not facing the camera to upset my sister. All right. Let us stretch again. See, if you keep your knees up and you stretch, you really feel it in the tummy, right? And stretch, stretch. And also when you just lift up, that would be a tummy, an ab exercises. We're just stretching today. So bring your arms down like so, like that, overhead. And keep one knee up. And let's bring the other leg up. Flex your foot and down and up. Flex and down, all the way down until the heel touches the ground, and up, flex and down. You feel the stretch in the hip section? You should feel right here. And of course the whole leg, the fibers are being reshaped and strengthened. Flex and down. Breathe into it. Up and flex and down. Ooh, I feel those fibers in my quad just warming up, saying, "Oh, sis, this is good." Flex and down. And you're strengthening your abs also, right? And the last one, flex and down. Did you feel your leg like get all warm? Yes. The fibers are responding. All right, now we have this knee up, leg down. And remember, consciously try to bring your lower back to the ground. Every time you're doing the upper lower, focus on putting this down, right? So the arms go overhead, just like so. Just relax. This is about the legs right now, not the arms. All right, and up, flex, and down. Up, that's 2, flex, and down. That's 3, flex, and down. Woo! 4, your quad muscles are warming up and down. 5, flex, and down. Just touch the ground and up. Flex, this is 6, and down. Feel the legs getting warmed up, up. 7, flex, and down. 8, flex, and point, and down. 9, flex, point, and down. Last one, up, flex, and down. Woo, how about that? Bring both legs down. Bring the arms up. Easy does it. Your buttocks are touching. And then focus on the abs. That you're trying to get your belly to touch the ground. But the best way to do that is like so. You know, just putting your heels on the ground, and then you can focus on the abs. Yes. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to come up. 1, and out, like you're gonna scoop. And 2, they're not easy, but they're good. And down, scoop. 3, up, and down, scoop. 4, yes, and down, scoop. 5, breathe up and down, scoop. 6, and down, and your quads are helping you. Scoop. 7, and down, scoop. 8, almost there, and down. Scoop 9. Woo, one more. Scoop 10. How many did you do? Don't be discouraged if you didn't do all of them. All right? Now let's stretch all the way out. Woo! That feels amazing. Let's bring one leg up and bring it into the chest. Bring your knee into the chest. So good. And up. Hand behind the knee. Stretch it. Stretch. And try to walk your hand to grab your ankle. If you can't, make it a goal, right? And now, we're gonna open the arms and bring the knee to one side. Woo, yes. Until your toes touch the ground. This is a super stretch. Be gentle with your hip joint. If you can't touch the ground, it's okay. Make it a goal. It's all about reaching for the stars, setting small goals, and then reaching them, right? First, we bring the knee. This leg needs to go down. Bring the knee in. Breathe into it. Breathe into it. I'm forever working my ankles when I grab my legs up because I want my ankle to be nice and flexible. And lift up the leg and grab your ankle if you can. This is a really good stretch. It stretches your arms too. Breathe. Breathe. And open your arms. I hope I can. Oh, I can't. I hit my sofa. All right. But you can feel the stretch. Whew, so good. So good, so good. Now, bring the knees in and bring one leg down. This is a nice stretch for the hip joint. You know, the thing you don't want to happen, you don't want to lock any joint. You want the joint to be flexible and supple. But you gotta work at it. Especially if you like to sit. If you like to sit and watch TV, which is no bueno, you can watch TV, but don't sit there for hours. That isn't no bueno. Go out there like Greta. Go to the beach. All right? Go for a walk. And then bring this one up and the other leg down. Look at that. So good. You can feel it. Now, how about we do both of them? Bring your soles together and then let your legs go down by gravity. So don't overdo this one because you don't want to hurt yourself. And then bring it in and out. In and out. In and out. Just strengthening the fibers in the middle between your legs. Yes. And of course I have these shoes on, so they're kind of in the way. But that's okay. All right, now bring both legs in. This one not only stretches your legs, but it releases the tension in your lower back, which is an area you should always be mindful of, right? Now bring both legs up and grab behind the knees and pull them up. See, if you do little bounces, you release the tension in your lower back. This is excellent. This is the thing I did and the sister got upset with me. So I hope I'm not in front of the camera. She said, "Oh, you're exposing yourself." But it is something that is good for us, right? That's why we do it. 2. Woo. 3. So good. 4. 5. 6. 7. You want to have strong legs. 8. 9, 10. And there's another exercise, another stretch. If you would just do this with your knee, bring your knee, and then keep going one side to the other. This is a really good stretch. Do it as low as you can. Take your time with it. It stretches your quad and your hip joint. And then down. Woo! That feels amazing. Yes. Oh my. Let's do 2 more. 2 more. Last one. All right. Bring the legs in and let's come up. How'd you do? Isn't that amazing when you are really doing something good for your body and then your body becomes more flexible and you're like, oh, I couldn't do that before, now I can, wow. Now this is also stretching your back because anytime you tighten, you have to give yourself time to loosen up the fibers. So next time you try to do something, it will be easier, right? Ooh, so good, so good. Inhale. Thank you, God, for another day. We choose to be grateful. We don't know what's waiting for us, but we give you the praise. Ooh, ooh. This one kind of stretches the whole back, but also the upper back and the shoulders. Yes. Feel the stretch in the neck. Release it. Release it. Ooh. Now just stay right here. Ooh. Ow. I have a little something here. And inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Yes, yes, yes. Namaste. We are done. Thank you, ladies. Remember, this is not about us trying to look like we did when we were 20. We're just grateful to be able to move at our age, right? So we need to work on it. I told you, I don't know if I told you, I saw this little 91-year-old lady who is online working. You know, she probably was an athlete. And she's doing all this weight training. And she says, I'm 91, but my legs, you know, it may not even be a human being. You know, nowadays, you see something, you're like, is that AI? Because you just don't know. They're just getting so good at these things that you never know. Isn't that crazy? You're living in a world where you're here. Good, grateful planning. Good morning. You don't know what's true or not. If it's they're selling you a bowl of you know what, and I'm like, I don't know. You know, with any technology, there are some risks. And this AI thing, I don't know about you, but I'm just not fully in. And my friend Ife, good morning, Grandma. Yes. Um, you know, she's like all fully into AI. Me, I'm like, but I do like to ask ChatGPT some question and get the answers. That's nice. So, but boy, oh boy. Ooh, you were ouching, Greta. That's because you haven't done it in a while. Yes, you don't have a booty. You don't? I said, God, I was absent when he was passing them out. You know, it's like, what about me? He's like, well, you weren't present. What can I tell you? But at 68, I've learned to accept it. You know, people are injecting, you know, when they have a tummy tuck and they take the fat. And I don't understand how that works. And you hear people say they smell. Listen, if the great creator didn't do it, leave it alone. Learn to live with it. Accept yourself for who you are, however you are. Yes, we keep working on ourselves, but I'm not going under the knife to change the way I look. For what? That's what I ask myself. Who am I doing that for? Is that person worthy for me to go under the knife, or is it just for me to look good to people? There's a name for that, but I'm not going to go into it. No, 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 no. Work with what you got, keep improving on it, and I think I look good enough. I'm not exactly where I would want to be, but that's okay. That gives me something to work on. But I'm not obsessing over it either. No, no. Obsession is stress, isn't it? So you're injecting things, your lips, you're going under the knife to fix your nose. Look beautiful, Michael Jackson. You look at the way he looked before, and then with the pointy little thing, it just doesn't look natural. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. Thank you, Grandma. I just, and then people talk about cortisol and all that. That stuff adds stress to you. Every time you look at yourself, you're like, oh my God. And I could say, well, yeah, I always tell you, this is my problem area, my belt. I know. I don't worry about the booty anymore. The exercises. Oh, you're going to increase the size of your booty. I don't believe it. But you just want to be healthy and feel good. And I tell people, you stress so much, your blood is gonna go up, you're gonna do damage to your internal organs, and then you're still gonna die. So I look at that little 91 person, lifting the weights and doing the legs, saying, I'm 91, but my legs are 20. And I keep saying, well, sis, you're still going down, you know that, right? None of us is gonna be here forever. However, you can be in the gym, like this sister will be in the gym for 8 hours. As a psychiatric person, I can tell you, if you're in the gym for 8 hours a day, something's wrong up here. That's hours you could have enjoyed something else. You could have been out there doing something productive. You could have been blessing somebody. You could argue, well, yeah, I'm doing something productive for myself. But if you overstress your muscles, your bones, you're going to injure yourself. They need a break. You can't be in the gym for hours and hours and thinking you're doing something good. This isn't a bueno. That's obsession. Obsession is not healthy. You want something, you work hard for it, but not to the point like you forget everything else and you just, no, that's a no bueno. And obsession could come in, it could be work obsession too, when you're not resting yourself. Yeah. Or too much pleasure, spending, eating. Yes. Everything in moderation. God has given us that mind to say, I want to do a variety of things, but not just focus on one thing and doing it for hours at a time. First of all, to me, it becomes boring. Imagine if I'm saying, I want to run for 3 hours every day. Your joints are going to talk to you. It's too much. It's too much. They need a break. They need to rest. You need to rest. Stop it. I think a lot of things we just get obsessed over, especially as we age. Who told you you could have the same body you had when you were 20? I look at pictures, I was like this. I mean, should it be a goal of mine to go back to looking like that? First of all, when you're older, you need a little bit more cushion. Your body is not the same. Your muscles, it's not the same. You're going to have more fat distributed, and there is a reason for it. I tell people, you can't have, your bones sticking out. If you fall, there's no cushion. You need a little something to, you know, don't just go crazy and think that whatever they tell you, you take all these supplements and you don't eat anything, you don't have a drop of fat, you don't do this, don't do that, then that gonna make you. I read this thing that says, who told you exercising is going to make you live longer? Even though, there is some science to that, right? This is the quality of your life. They're like, whoever invented the bicycle or the treadmill or whatever, they all died early. And then he said, but the turtle does not exercise, walks really slow, and lives to be 200 years. Who told you exercising is going to make you live longer? I'm like, oh my gosh. But you do feel better and you do reduce some risks by doing moderate, consistent. That's the name of the game, to keep moving. I'm thinking when I haven't been out there because it's so hot, and I said, I'm gonna go to the mall and just do a couple of people do that all the time. In Orlando where I live, that's what they do. You see the old people in the morning, they're all walking indoors where there is AC. Shouldn't you do that too? Yeah. Sometimes I'm looking at them like it's 12 o'clock at night in the heat and somebody's walking. You crazy. You think you're helping your body. No, you're stressing it in the heat. And you could die of a heat stroke. In fact, yesterday I was reading, these athletes who die, they push them in the heat to do all these exercises. This young man, I think he was like 20, 26, 27, he died of a heat stroke. People don't think that it's dangerous. It is. Where we live, leave your little butt at home in the middle of the day. If you're going to go somewhere, go and come back. Don't be dilly-dallying in the heat. You're fragile as an older person. You can't do those things. Even young people are kicking the bucket in the heat. What about you? Don't. Oh, but I got to get my walk in. Do it in the morning. Do it at night. Be smart. Drink. Rest. When you don't feel good, don't push it. Your body's talking to you. Like if have a cold, you just get your little butt home. Drink your tea and rest. That's what your body wants. Your body wants you to slow down. But you don't listen. You don't listen. You believe the people who tell you, you got to push it, push it, push it. Yeah. Push it to the end. No. We rest. We try to eat right. We drink our water with our lemon and our ginger. You know what I've started to do with my water? I would drop a cinnamon stick in there with the lime. I don't have ginger right now, but I need to get some ginger. And then sip on it throughout the day. So you're getting a little something extra besides water. And then water is not sitting there and eating and drinking a gallon at a time. That's not what's good. It's sipping it throughout the day. Always have something with water next to you. And you just take a little couple of swags, and that's all you need. Keep yourself hydrated. You know how in the 80s, they're like, oh, you need to drink 2, 3 gallons of water a day. You can die from water intoxication. Anything in excess it's a no-bueno for you, sis. Anything you do in excess is bad. Just take little swags every so often and put it down. You drink when you feel thirsty. Do not allow yourself to be parched. When you feel parched, you're already dehydrated. So get in the habit of just grabbing it and take a few sips every so often. And then it keeps your skin looking good. It keeps you hydrated. It keeps you from having bladder infection. It keeps you from getting constipated. There is science to the madness, okay? So hydration, of course, you heard me say that. Get rid of the sodas. Now, that is the worst thing you could put in your body. There is no nutritional value. It's loaded with sugar and other stuff. Anything that is in a can, in a bottle, preserved, something's in it that you don't want. Now, it's bad enough. We don't know what's in that water. You're trusting that the water is safe. My pitcher, water pitcher, I always have water in there and I turn it on, boiling water. Once it cools off, I put it in the pitcher and that's what I drink. I don't buy water and have people deliver water. So I'm hoping the heat is killing something, right? Because you've heard people say bottled water is just water from the stream. They just put it in a bottle and sell it to you. I wouldn't put it past them. People are so crooked and want so much of our money, they will do it. They will sell their soul. Giving you dirty water is not the least of what they would do because they don't care about you. Know that. And we can do whatever we can That doesn't mean we eliminate all the risk. You do the best you can, and then you say, well, leave the rest to God, right? Because and then that's the thing. What's the point in stressing? Oh my God, I wonder what's in that water. You do what you can and then leave it alone. Leave the rest to God. You're not in control, in charge of everything. You do what you can and then let it go. We're all gonna die of something. Every single one of us. Now I've been praying for something quick. I pray for a quick exit. Maybe he'll listen, maybe he won't. He's the boss. He does what he wants. Because the suffering is not good. The other day there was this cute little girl. How old was she? Early 20s. She developed this weird cancer in the bile duct. Who does have cancer in the bile duct? The thing that carries, bile. And it's like, and then she's beautiful, and of course they go on social media and just, I love it when somebody develops a disease and they're like, oh, we're gonna vent, you're gonna beat this. I'm like, really? Really? Hmm. I guess if it makes you feel mentally, you can tell yourself that, but I don't know. And on this side where I'm at, if something happens, you're like, okay, well, I guess that's the way the exit is gonna go. Listen, don't fight it and enjoy the time you have. That's what I would want to do. But of course, you never know how you're gonna react until you get in the situation. That is the truth. Because sometimes something switches in your head and you want to fight, 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 fight. I tell myself I don't want to do that. But again, I'm human. Something might switch in my head and I do something different. Nobody wants to live in pain. And I love the ones that I watch on social media who have come to a point. There was this girl. This girl actually got all her family and friends and said they did a funeral before the funeral, and everybody got together, told her all the good things they wanted to say to her. Oh, that was beautiful. I was like choked up. You plan it, you prepare for it so that it's not a surprise and it's not something to be scared of. It's gonna happen. Of course, I don't think I would be as good as her to do that. I tell people, you don't have to do a memorial service for me. I don't need all that. I don't need all that noise. Cremation, throw it somewhere and be done with it. And I am good with that. It's getting to that point of death sometimes that is difficult. It could be littered with pain, and that is a no no. And wherever you are, pain management, this is something that I need to investigate over here. I don't know. I know in the US, it took us a long time to get to a point where we're going to treat somebody's pain, because it was like, if we give you something for pain, we're going against God. It's like, come on, you are kind to a dog, an animal who's suffering. You put them out of their misery. But us, you want us to sit here and I remember being a new nurse, and I was in a unit, and there was this beautiful lady. She was only like 38, 39, and she had had breast cancer, and breast cancer tends to metastasize in the bone. When that thing gets in your bone, that level of pain, I haven't experienced it, but to look at my patients, it was horrible. And that was before pain management, that you would have your oncologist, your regular doctor, and you would have a pain specialist that would manage your pain. And that was even before hospice was such a big thing. That lady, if you were to just move her in the bed to change her sheets, she would scream. She was in that much pain. I was like bawling my eyes out, caring for her. I'm like, no human being should go through that. That is cruel. If I am in pain, I would like somebody to say, oh, let me keep you comfortable. And that's what hospice does. But hospice here, I understand, I haven't really got deep into it. It's not the same. Some people, some cultures don't believe that if you treat pain, that you're helping the person. It's like you're going against the natural laws of God or something. That's a tough place to be when you're the one who is experiencing the pain. So I need to look into that. I know they have a unit here at the Ciudad de la Salud. We have a city of health here. And I need to see they have a palliative unit. Palliative care is the management of symptoms, and it could be pain, it could be nausea and vomiting, it could be wounds, it could be something that is unstable. That's what palliative care is. But we also have oncology, not oncology, but hospice houses, if you remember. When somebody is getting towards the end and they can be managed at home, a doctor can refer them to a hospice house. And hospice is generous with the pain medication, the medication for nausea, vomiting. I love that. It'll keep you comfortable. For me, and I want to say, put it in, give it to me, give it to me. I'm dying. So what is your problem? Don't be stingy with the medication. And I told my daughter, I'm like, do not let them keep me suffering. So I guess over here, she's over there because, the policies and the way they do things. So this is something for me to look into because no one should be going out in pain. That I feel strongly about that. You need to be comfortable. And I've had some people in my career where death was beautiful. Like if I had somebody dying and um, their children or somebody was out of town or out of the country, and you're like whispering in their ear. You say, "Oh, so and so is on the way. He's got a ticket. He's got a flight book. Is coming." And from all account, this person had no reason to still hanging. And you probably seen that. And they hung in there. They hung in there. I'm suctioning. I'm giving the medication. They hung in there. And the person comes in, drops the bag, hugs them. Oh, daddy, I love you. And maybe an hour later, they leave. They gone. They hang on until they see that person. Oh, can you explain that? I can't. But I feel so good that I've facilitated that. I have had people die where the family is there in the room and we dim the lights, and sometimes we'll put a candle in there and we pull the drapes, and then the family is in there and everybody is doing this to this patient. We love you, daddy. It's okay, daddy. You can go now, daddy. It's okay. We're all here. Oh my God. I got choked up. That's beautiful. The transition is beautiful. But not all of us are that lucky, that it's going to happen like that. But as a nurse, it was beyond not just giving medication. When you nurse, it's not just the physical, it's the mental. I used to work for a company that had an oncology team in home care. That in some weeks they would lose 3 or 4 patients. We had a chaplain. Sometimes the chaplain had to come them in and talk to them, how they felt about, because you develop relationship with your patients. And then when you keep watching them go downhill, get worse and worse as they get towards death, it does something to you. But when you're dealing with one, but you're dealing with 3 or 4 in the span of a week, that's a lot. So sometimes the nurses themselves needed the chaplain to talk to them about death and dying and their experience and how they're feeling. And you need to kind of be open about saying, I'm struggling right now because that level of loss is a lot for me. And then you do your kumbayas, you support each other, you hug, you cry. And then what else do? You wipe your face off and you go right back at it. Yes, that's where the strength comes. In life, when life hits you upside the head, you're like, oh my God. And then once you get out of it, brush yourself up and you go back at it because the battle is over when you kick the bucket. Otherwise, it doesn't stop. Right? All right, ladies, I went on a little tirade again. Woo, it's 9 o'clock. See? All right, Sister Grandma, thank you for being with us. Greta, my friend, I love you. Have fun. Be safe over there. I see you making all kinds of connections. That's wonderful. I love that for you. All right. See you guys on Wednesday. God bless. Go eat something healthy. Yesterday, I made an amazing couple of dishes. Did you see me eat making that salmon? And I did a poke bowl. I had veggies. We had the beans. Oh, and avocado. It was so good. I need to go back to the same guy and find another, avocado again. Oh, it was only $2, and it was a good one. Best $2 I've spent. All right, you guys, have a good one. God bless. Bye bye.